Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I will not be saying the Sith Lords every time, by the way, I've decided on that at least. So I did give myself a burst of speed, which might be a bad idea, but I found the correct way, by the way. Anyway, I just had to go back a little ways to where I came from to get to the emergency hatch, and now I can take the elevator to the mining tunnels. Ah, burst of speed. Yes. For a minute I thought you and Kreia were telepathic.
What did you say? Your signal's crammed with static. There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Paragus fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
Okay. I'll be careful then. If you detect anything, signal me.
Will do. And be careful down there.
Again, I'll be doing the sort of same moral thing than I did in the last game. Oh, finally some equipment.
Find the emergency supply?
Sorry, didn't mean to click through that. Yes, and it looks like there's some clothes in here.
About time. The whole half-naked Jedi thing was wearing a little thin. Look, there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines, and the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
Okay, there's some kind of mining energy shield in this crate, too.
Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids.
Okay, I think if I tell him to keep this channel clear, it's basically the in-game way of saying stop giving me tutorial tips, but I really don't want that. So I believe I still know energy shields work, so I'll just skip through this particular thing, but if there's anything else in the future that he wants to explain, it might be different from the first game, and I might not remember it correctly, so...
Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
Can I sneak by?
You could, if you have the skill in a stealth field generator. These droids rely on thermal sensors, primarily to detect fuel deposits. The good thing is, that explosion down there kicked up so much heat and steam it may blind them. A bit, but not much.
Okay, so, anything else?
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
Okay. So, I would like to keep running around naked, but probably not a good idea. Survey gear giving me +1 awareness and a damage resistance against sonic, which means I take less damage from the mines that are lying around here, and I have an easier time finding them, basically. Here's the mining shield. Demolitions +1. I think I'll take the direct approach and not do sneaking. I'm not a big fan of sneaking. There's few games that have done it well, basically.
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. It makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
Yes, thank you. Understood. Take Starcrot out. So... do I have to have at least some skill with demolitions to be able to try and disarm them? Because supposedly I have the safety harness, which gives demolitions +1, but I suspect that will only work if I actually have some demolition skill, so... Haha. Basically, even if I click on the mine, I don't get a menu or anything like that telling me... giving me the option to attempt a disarm, which makes me think I won't be able to, basically. Wow, these camera controls are terrible. Crit strike. And they appear to have 8 health. This mining droid looks like it was damaged in whatever explosion took place in the tunnels. It's currently inactive. I have 7 repair parts, so might as well activate it and... yeah, I don't want to spend that many parts to try and improve it. Maybe it'll stand guard and I could take advantage of that. Maybe not. Well, it doesn't matter. Hey, how about an ion grenade? Just because I can. That goes straight through their shields. I shouldn't waste them though. Wow, that's a lot of droids. Why don't you come this way, eh? Okay, so it's a lot of them, but they're not actually very strong. I mean, I'm still sitting on 28 out of 41 health. That's quite good, and you can take an ion grenade. See, that wasn't so difficult. Sound dampening overlay Mark 1. Okay. Yes. I suspect that's going to be some kind of... an energy shield? Might as well activate one while I take out this guy. Or these guys, rather. There's a difference between an enemy that's that's died and leaving remains, which should be marked as remains, and an enemy that's already dead and that I can loot. So that would be something like a broken droid or this corpse. And I can keep clicking on the corpse again and again, even if it's empty, and it'll just tell me there's nothing in here, why are you doing this, basically. Whereas, if it's remains from something I actually killed, it will basically disappear once I've tried to loot it once.
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Okay, understood. Take Stark Rod out. I think I have one active. Oh, I've got a level up as well. Skills. We obviously want Persuade. I guess a bit of Awareness and Repair. Yeah. Feats. Improved crit strike. What's actually recommended? Dueling. It's not bad. It's kind of what I'm going for anyway, isn't it? I would just like to see where it is. Dueling. There. Characters that focus on using single one-handed weapons in battle gain +1 to attack and +1 to defense due to the efficiency of this form of combat. This applies to both ranged and melee weapons. This feat also applies when using unarmed combat. Yeah, that's good. I'll stick to that. Powers. Force Valor. This power increases the physical attributes and saving throws of the Jedi and all party members by 2 points. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's a little more of an offensive buff, and as I said, I will be playing pretty much the same way I did last time, focusing largely on... Oh, I still have another power remaining. Let's go with that then. Yeah, I'll be focusing mostly on buffing and gaining strength that way. I'm still pretty much central, even though I've done some light side stuff, so looks like it's going to take a little while longer to reactivate that shield, please. Yeah, looks like it's going to take a little while longer to get to the point where you can actually notice that my light side decisions have, you know, made a difference, essentially. There's 3 droids over there. I should be okay with those taking those out manually, as I said. Especially if I do something like this. Force Valor. Ta-da! And now. Take my shiny metal sword. Components and a sonic grenade. Just trying to explore the place a little bit. Can I sneak through here? Yes, I can. Chemicals, credits. I wonder why these credits look different. Strange. Just about possible to sneak through there without triggering or disarming the mines. It's kind of cool that that's possible. Might have been so in the first game as well, I don't know, but you know, it's nice to have. I keep missing. It's not fun. And that thing explodes when it dies, dealing some damage.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
I think I have about 2 of them left. There aren't just mining droids down here. There are sensor balls too. I think these were those floating things that exploded when I killed them.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Okay, understood. Take Starkrod out. Here's a corpse, conveniently having stuff on it. Please don't miss a container repeatedly. Really? Okay, I think I'm not supposed to do this. Okay, I cancel combat. Wow. Central controller. So it takes 3 computer spikes, which I don't have, to unlock the emergency supply cylinder next to it. Call up droid command functions. So I guess what I'll do is I'll assign them to mine the sealed doors. I really only have 2 spikes, so I can only do one of those things. I don't know why I would want more droids, perhaps for more experience. But I don't know, opening sealed doors sounds like it might give me better items, and I would still have to fight the same number of droids that I would have to fight anyway. Yes, I wish to continue. Well, that was easy. Any more commands I can do? Check the schematics. I don't want to raise the temperature, though. That would be bad for me as well. And so far the droids haven't been much trouble. yeah. See anything else I can do? Return to main functions. Fuel containment functions. Shut down containment fields. Sounds good. And cameras. Emergency hatch to administration level. Nothing. Emergency hatch to fuel depot. One floaty ball. Unidentified holo record camera. Work claim 1234.
Everybody here?
What's up, Kurta? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with him on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5? So he's one of the survivors. Or worse, a Mandalorian. So what?
Not a survivor, idiot. He's one of the Jedi from Malachor 5.
If he's one of the Jedi, hell, we can't have him walking around here. I don't know what he'll do.
I thought all the Jedi were wiped out in the Civil War, weren't they?
Guess they missed one. But it gets better. I did some checking, and that bounty on Nar Shaddaa is still live.
What? You want to sell the Jedi to the exchange? Kurta, have you been chewing spice?
Look, you know how big that bounty is? That Jedi's our ticket off this rock.
Gorda, there's no way the officers will go for that. They'll lock us up for sure.
Then we'll improvise.
Okay, so whoever placed this camera has removed the record of it being placed. Interesting. Return to main functions, log out. I think that's all we can really do at this point. Wow, glitchy camera. And now I'll have to fight a lot of things. Yeah, let's start with you. If I notice I'm getting into trouble, I'll just work with the energy shields more. I still have a normal energy shield. I think at least one spare the mining shields, which I think that should be sufficient to do this. Ouch. Well, that's it. Does surprisingly little damage considering it's basically a flamethrower. I'm just wondering if disabling these fields... yeah, it gave me all this stuff, for example. So, disabling these containment fields actually gives me some stuff, which is nice. I guess I'll... Hey, you. I just want to somewhat work from basically start where I came in and then go to the sections that actually lead me further down the proverbial rabbit. Now, that's where I entered, right? So, I'm thinking that these doors that I've opened, if you remember, telling the droids to open the doors, I suspect that's going to be further into this section and not... doesn't involve backtracking, basically. You there, crit strikes. I'm actually doing okay health-wise, so I don't think it was that bad a deal to not disable the robots. If it gave me some more items, that definitely was nice. But they had a lot of droids. Zercar defensive gauntlets. Well, we remember Zercar, don't we, from the first game? That slightly evil corporation. Well, at first they seemed fine until we got to Kashyyyk, where they were basically enslaving the Wookiees, and that was not so nice. This door is still closed, okay. But that's the other side of that entrance section where we came in. Good, good, good. Did you drop anything? Don't think so. Okay, so something exploded here and we still don't quite know what, but I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it eventually. And some more remains. I don't know what governs this, but sometimes, and we've seen this in the first game as well, sometimes when something dies, a person we killed or...
Picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
What kind of readings?
The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
So how much time do I have?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot, real soon.
I'm wondering if that's an actual real thing, as in I actually have a timer, or if it's just a typical thing of trying to make it more interesting. I'll take a med pack though, just to be safe, and start quit striking the bejesus out of these things. Oh, that explosion actually took out my enemy as well. Cool. Oh dear, I should really watch my health. By taking another medkit, maybe. Okay, so that maintenance droid can actually insta-fix these guys. Ouch, 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 ouch. I might have played a little carelessly here. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm wondering where the last auto...
So was that stupid droid of yours?
Wow. Wow, that's a terrible autosave. Okay, I have to manually quick save more. The first game I think autosaved a lot more. Anyway, give him a little more time. We've been through this before, so I'm just clicking through it. Bloody blah, bloody blah.
You're... I'll keep...
Okay. I think I chose one option differently than last time, but that's okay. Wow, that's pretty much an entire episode wasted because I died. I really need to quick save more. It was never this brutal in the first game, so I guess the habit didn't quite kick in. Anyway, at least I'll be able to click through the dialogue this time around.
Can you read me?
Yeah, there's a lot of static, bloody blah, bloody blah. I'll be careful then if you detect anything. Signal me.
Find the emergency... Look there...
Understood. Anything else? Okay. Don't think I took the same options as last time there, but I think that's okay. I'll go for the safety harness, even though it's kind of useless. A mining shield, I should still have the insulated gloves. I've got the survey gear for awareness +1. And that's about it, so close. But wow, that's a major setback. Would love to know.
Watch where you
Thank you, camera. Understood, take stuck route. You see, that wasn't me walking, that was the automatic walking to pick up the stuff from the droid. Even though I was standing right next to it, it still decided, you're not quite standing correctly, so we're going to move you. I'm not going to fix this guy this time around, he's not doing anything. Wait. I apparently have a debuff, but anyway. Okay, the debuff is good. Sadly, I will probably not be getting the same items as I got last time. It's just... I seem to recall someone telling me way back when I first played this, which was still my school days, long ago, not long after the game was launched actually. That unlike the first game, the loot from containers was much more randomized. So there was actually... it was much more conceivable that you would get a super good item from a super early chest. Okay, if I destroy this thing now, I think it'll kill me, so... maybe not. Okay, so I'm being a lot more careless than last time, which probably isn't a good idea. Yeah, definitely not a good idea. Now I should be fine. I'm trying not to waste any of the grenades I have, which is probably a bad idea. I suspect they gave them to me for a reason. But now I have my level up. I had hoped to be able to get to the level up without wasting too many med packs, but yeah. Guess it wasn't meant to be, but hey, we've got some stuff. By the way, I don't know if it's actually true that you can get the very best items from the very early chests. It might be. It doesn't seem entirely unreasonable, but, well, you never know. Okay, I did get a new mining shield, so I'll just equip the second one as well. And I guess I'll do my level up. Skills recommended. Why do they want me to learn how to treat injuries? I really don't want to treat injuries. I'm okay. But, I will definitely be maxing out my persuasion. Which means I will only be speccing, or rather, whenever I get the opportunity and there's really nothing else I think I can spec, I will be speccing charisma to improve persuasion abilities. And every level up I will put as many points as I can into persuasion as well. Recommended dueling, okay. Now powers. I get 2 powers, which is good, so I can get my 2 buffs going.
Hey, watch out.
Understood. So this is again the section where I activate the shield, which will prevent damage from this fog, mist, heat, steam, whatever. It will help me stay alive now. 17 damage. That must have been a powerful crit. Okay, let's see if I can manage this again. Okay, so I'm hoping from... Wow, camera, what are you doing? Maybe from this side I will be able to get to the corpse without automatically walking into the mines. That would be lovely. Because, well, you know what happened last time. It wasn't pretty. Broken droid. You know what, take an ion grenade. I had somewhat hoped to be able to hit more than one enemy with it, but it wasn't meant to be, I guess. Okay, so it's not smart trying to attack while there's maintenance droids in the area. They are... they're much too good at fixing, basically. Well, except for fixing themselves, of course. But their explosions are also fairly good at taking out their own allies, so... It's a bit of a mixed bag. Blessing and a curse. Force Aura is defensive. I want Force Valor, which is offensive.
I'm picking.
Okay. I'm still okay health-wise. I will actually kill the non-contained droids first, so that when I open the containment fields, I won't have to deal with these guys at the same time. It's just a little more safety. Don't want bad things to happen. And I've also learned to quick save now. Okay. And once again, I don't have enough computer spikes to choose all the options that I'm given here. I will once again tell them to open the doors. Now, if I should get to a... didn't I last time get the option to turn up the heat? Okay, shut down the containment fields. I have to do this anyway to be able to progress, so... it's not really something I have a choice on, like... well, I could have chosen 3 options on what to make the droids do, basically. But, I have to open the containment fields to be able to progress, so... He will still tell me, you know, the containment was shut down and it might all explode very soon, but... even though that's probably a bad thing. There's also no way to avoid that, really. Let's go over here next. I think that's another section that doesn't really lead anywhere. If I happen to find 3 computer spikes while, you know, just roaming here and I have enough time, I will just be able to go back and I'll open that supply crate later. Though I don't know if I will find those 3 spikes. Maybe I need a workbench so I can use some of the components I found to make computer spikes. I don't know how many I have and how many that costs though, so... yeah. I know there's one computer spike here that I've found once before. Okay. Random armor upgrades by the looks of it. Again, I'll need a workbench to be able to use those. Okay, see, that wasn't so difficult. And there was a corpse back here. Thank you for explaining what the map is. Okay. And now once more I only have one path left to go, but I'll do that next time. So I hope, despite the fact that I died horribly, you still enjoyed this somewhat, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.